with Ukip, Gerard Batten.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We're out of the court much quicker than we thought we would be this morning. I thought we might be here all day. It took 15 to 20 minutes for the judge to decide. Now, I'm one of these people that still has faith in the English justice system, and I believe that's been borne out this morning. When Tommy was originally jailed for contempt of court, and I think it took a few hours for that to happen back in Leeds, I went on the radio with Nick Ferrari, who tried to pull me to pieces and tell me I didn't know what I was talking about because he was a journalist and knew all about contempt of court. And I said, I don't believe that the proper procedures of the law were followed, that he didn't get a proper hearing, that the evidence wasn't heard, and that if it had, it might have had a different outcome. All I said was that the law should properly be followed. And what has the judge said this morning? Tommy was released already on bail so that it could be looked at by the Old Bailey. And the judge this morning has said that he is referring it back to the Attorney General. He has said that on the basis of the statement that Tommy made to the court, which said, if I summarise it, basically nobody has been jailed in the last 60 years for the offence that he was alleged to have committed. The other newspapers and journalists had committed contempts of court, and he names them in his statement, including in the trial of Leo Belfield, the murderer of little girls, when a newspaper was responsible for that case collapsing in court. That newspaper got fined £10,000. Not the journalists, nothing happened to them, the newspaper. So it looks very much like when Tommy was jailed for the alleged contempt of court, this was more about who he was and what he was saying rather than the actual offence. Now, the law has not yet run its course. The Attorney General has to consider this case and decide whether it's in the public interest to proceed to a proper hearing, whereas the judge said to this morning there will have to be evidence put by the prosecution and the defence. Now, I cannot second guess what the Attorney General is going to say, but I think that he might be well advised to look at it and say, if an offence was committed, then Tommy spent long enough in jail, long enough in solitary confinement, has suffered enough. So I hope this is a legal decision of the Attorney General, but it's also a political decision. And I will hope that he will decide not to put anybody through any more expense, any more trouble, any more aggravation, any more nerve-wracking waiting, but decide to drop the whole thing. Then Tommy can get on with his job of exposing what's going on in this country. Thank you.